Oh, it's cap.
What happened with social media is it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because we've all benefited from social media. But what has happened, everybody is a coach. Everybody is a professional athlete. Everybody is a politician. Everybody now feels that their opinion matters because they can tweet it out and somebody sees it. And so now I hold just as much weight talking about a pro sport as a professional athlete that plays said sport. And so I understand I've had to learn the hard way. You've got to take the good and the bad when it comes to social media.
Woo, he said a mouthful right there. Y'all can still hear what 50 years old sounds like. I'm sorry, but I don't have any more coaching to do, so the voice will heal. Man, Shannon is talking about what we all feel, what we all know, and what we're all guilty of. Flexing on that damn gram, flexing on X, right? It's wild because growing up, social media took its constructs from how we grew up. That back of the class, y'all remember them cats? I ain't really going in the back of the class unless I finish my work. But back of the class was the loudest, disruptive, always trying to interrupt, right? Didn't really have all the answers either. Some of them did, but most of them didn't. That's why I was in the back of the class, farthest away from the teacher. Hey. I know where the heat at. Be in the front. You better have your apple and your answers. Because if not, whoo, she calling on you. In the back of the class, oh, man, we can kind of hide, slide under this desk a little bit, slide a couple of notes. She may not catch it. He may not catch it. That back of the class now is being heard louder than ever. That back of the class is the loud minority that exists. Because most of the kids that went to school with us actually wanted to learn, actually wanted to participate, actually wanted to get something from it. But then there's always that bad apple that spoils the bunch, or bad apples. And that's what social media is. It's just like the back of the class cats who used to dress fresh, try to get all the girls, all the boys, all the ones that wanted to disrupt. Now, they giving out answers before the people that actually know the answers. And that's what social media has done to us. Wow. What has it done to the industry, to the media? What has it done to sports media? Let's see about that.
Was that a knock? What's old boy you used to do the show with? The
Skip.
Snow Bunny?
Yeah.
Skip. Yeah, because I mean, that when I'm listening to what you say, when you say a professional athlete that did it, and then, you sit across from a guy like that, and he just, all world on everything that he say is law.
But you got a job to do too, Beast.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't say that. I ain't say he ain't got no job, bro.
The thing is, the way I look at it, guys that played the game, we see the game differently. Just because you didn't play the game, that doesn't mean you don't know the game. I'll never diminish anybody that didn't play. But what I'm saying is that we see the game entirely different. I'm not going by what somebody told me. I'm going by, I've been in the locker room. I've been in that huddle. I know what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is like. I know what in the fourth quarter or overtime. I know when tensions rise on the sideline. I know when a guy's getting agitated, leave him alone. He about to swing on you, bro. See, they tell you after the fact. I'm in there in the arena in the moment. So we just see the game differently. Stephen A. sees the game differently than I do. Skip saw the game differently than I did. A lot of times players, we see the game a lot the same way because the way we had to break the game down in order to prepare week to week.
All right. I heard all that. Give him a round of applause, y'all. Give him a round of applause. Broke that thing on down, didn't he? He broke that thing on down. He slipped up, said he was in the meat. I was like, what? Locker room is gangster. Locker room is dangerous. Oh, let's talk about it. Y'all know on this show we talk a lot about players and we talk a lot about NARPs. And I say that with respect. NARPs is non-athletic regular people. I didn't hear that term until I went to UConn to visit my daughter when she was an undergrad. And they were free-flowing talking about NARPs. And I was like, what is a NARP? I kept thinking they were talking about narcs, but I was like, y'all ain't got a drug problem up here, do y'all? Well, I was looking around like, yeah, y'all out in the cut, maybe. Maybe y'all a little depressed out here by these farms. But nah, NARPs, non-athletic regular people. And I'm going to be one thou wow with it. As I am now a coach, They call me Phil Belichick because I could coach the hell out of some basketball and some football. And I have high success, largely because my son is he's on my team. And my son could play some ball, right? But we surround ourselves with other good players, but we're an all-comers team. I'm going somewhere with this. So that means no matter who you are, I'm going to take you on my team. I am not at the stage, not at the place where I just want good players. I want any player to make them good. That's where I'm at. Point being, I just got beat down by a NARP in terms of not only did his team beat my team down, his best player outplayed my best player, my son, and his team design and dynamic was better than mine. I didn't maximize what I had. And I'm a former player who gets a ton of respect and is astute of the game. I can play it, and I also can design it. But I just saw someone masterfully design a game plan that I was like, not only did the number 3 dude kill us, the way he got us, the way he slaughtered us was special. And a lot of players don't want to admit that because once we know it, we think we know it all. Yeah, I know how to play, so I know it all. And people defer to us a lot of times. I show up to any football field, they're like, oh, and they asking me all these questions. I'm like, you see that fat, chubby dude over there? I think he might know more. And how do I know that? From working in sports media for all these years, from being a former player. And then I talked to a cat who breaks down the damn Sunday lineup of games like he DraftKings. I'm like, dog, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I am not looking at it at that level. Like, I didn't know his yards per carry after contact. No, I didn't. I just knew that he was a good running back. Point being, NARPs look at the game uniquely different than players who look at the game uniquely different. And I used to say better. And look, if you had to make me pick gun to head, crip or blood, I'm like, all right, players got NARPs beat. But then I'm like, do we? Let's take it back. I could play the hell out of some Miss Pac-Man. Boy, still to this day. I mean, I got, you had to get your maze, you had to get your design. I had my trail. I knew it exactly. As soon as they go down, right, up, right, hit the right ones, leave the Energizer, get all the pellets, go. I'm on like level 8 before I even lose one Miss Pac-Man. I could play the hell out of Miss Pac-Man. Now ask me to code Miss Pac-Man. Ask me to design Miss Pac-Man. Ask me to ITT, DeVry Institute Miss Pac-Man. Sure. It ain't happening. And ask them to play Miss Pac-Man. It may happen. Here's the point. Because that's not a physical activity, contact, got to use all of your body, et cetera. You can convert over easier. When it says height, weight, speed, athleticism, it's a wider divide. But you still can understand what that game is, even if you can't do it. And I think that's where the NARPs have the advantage. It's the same element that happens when you see a player that's slow, that's not talented, that's not athletic. He learns a ton of skills. His fundamentals are off the chain, off the charts if he's going to compete. He has to. If not, it ain't happening, okay? So, Skip Bayless, being a NARP, being all into the game, going against a former player like Shannon Sharpe, you couldn't see, unless you squinted, the times where Skip Bayless was completely off base. Now, he had some outlandish opinions, but he knew the game. You can't take that away from that man or anybody in these dynamics, right? It's a lot of questions of Stephen A. Smith at times. Does he know the game? And I don't think it's about him knowing the game. I think he gets so busy. I think he just doesn't prepare as much as he should. But how can you? He work 8 days a week. If you're working on a day that ain't even been created, then damn it, like they say over there at TNT, you're on ESPN3, Deportes, everything. Like Stephen A. works so much that sometimes he just forgets who's on the team. And that happens to everybody, but it happens to him with more frequency. Oh, I forgot he's on the team. Oh, I forgot that trade. And they be trying to clean it up, but look, we ain't stupid. But that ain't knowing the game. That's like keeping up with all of the transactions. It's a big difference, right? I can't play fantasy football because about mid-season, all the players I already picked, They gone. Some of them hurt. Some of them got traded. I'm like, what? Too much. But I look at it like how many times I've been humbled by brilliant minds of sports that are NARPs. Humbled by their brains, by their brilliant mindsets and understanding of the game. And then I laugh at how horrible their bodies are, their talents are. Like they just can't get it. But that doesn't make me diminish how great they are in terms of knowing the game, their acumen. You got to give them respects to that, right? And it happens so many times. I mean, to this day, every time I go to a field and I'm talking to a cat, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, good stuff, man. Man, if I were him, I would run a near formation and just bootleg out of it. I'm like, yeah, me too. I see it. And then he'd be like, yeah, because that cover 3 is dangerous against that. Yeah, all right. You going somewhere. But, you know, sometimes you got to flank that backer a little wider. I'm like, okay. And most of my coaches were NARPs. Wade Phillips used to draw up a defense. He's like, we're going to hit them from the outside angles, baby. And then they're going to have to funnel through the middle, and good luck to them. Mount Ted Washington's in the middle, etc. Y'all get the point, right? So if you're a NARP out there, man, flex. I think you need to flex. Flex a lot more than you do, because you get around a lot of athletes and players, and y'all be like, oh. And then you ease your way into it, right? You go 3 feet to 5 feet, from shallow to deep waters. But I'm talking to you players, too. It's time for y'all to flex, too. Like, sit people down and tell them, shut up and listen. I've done this. I've experienced this. Don't tell me fire's hot. I'm a fireman. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hot. You know what I mean? It's a whole different animal. Players take care of each other too much. We do. We do, because that's the homie. That's the homie. And broadcasters do it too. NARPs do it too, because that's the homie. Well, I've been blessed uniquely to know that everybody's my homie. And if I tell the truth about you and you're not my homie, well, then you just wasn't my homie. I don't care about losing any friendships over the truth. Now, if I'm up here BSing, you know, and I'm up here just doing the most, yeah, I will feel a certain type of way. But I talk about all these cats because I ain't lying. And they know I can tell even deeper, darker truths if it really has to go there. And same with me, right? If they want to go there. But I don't go there. I'm not in the negative spirit. I'm just saying, preach. Say it with your chest, one thou wow. And I don't see enough players doing that. Let's just say that. It's transition. You leave the locker room and everybody kumbaya no matter how much we disagree. People don't understand that element. That's where it comes from. The spirit isn't like I'm scared to talk about my boy. The spirit is we used to talk about each other in a protected space. So when we went at each other and we joned it and we were up in this locker room, it's all good. We left out of here one voice trying to win a game. Even though we got a million different voices and perspectives. I don't like you, you don't like me right now. But we still gonna go ball together, right? That ain't the real world. That ain't media. Media is over there saying, what did you say? I like to hear it a little different. I like to hear, you know, you got some NARP boss who's saying, I don't know about that, right? And that's where the spirit comes from. So players, y'all need to say it with your chest more. Call your boy out, it's all good. He ain't tripping. You know who's the first person to know you suck at anything? You. You suck. Who knows first? You. I hate when they say that. They be like, dog, I don't think he knows that, you know, he ain't got his fastball anymore. Nah, he knows. He just gonna be the last to admit it. I know when I knew exactly when I fell off. The time after I had my abdominal wall surgery and I tried to do that same, my rip, and then my rip and with my lean, and I wasn't leaning, and I wasn't ripping. Then I fell on the ground. I was tripping. I had to call the homies up, stay banging and cripping. It's stupid. It was a problem. I didn't admit it because I tried everything under the sun to try and reverse course to get back to me. But then when I got cut, I was like, damn. No. I'm still trying everything to get back. Then I got cut again. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? Etc. We're the first to know, we're the last to admit. It's all good. Social media has it where we can lie to y'all now. Because, you know, I could just send out anything right now. Don't mean it's real. And then the real from the fake between a NARP and Skip Bayless and social media cats is this. You can just project anything you want out there. And I think that people need to speak for more of the real, the expression of who they are. Skip Bayless included. Don't come at Skip like that. You can come at Skip a lot of ways, but you can't come at him like he don't know what he's talking about. Nah, that ain't it. All right, y'all. Make sure you log on to projecttransition.org. And if you do that, you will get this book right here, Never Shut Up. Go to projecttransition.org. It's right there at the bottom of the screen, god dang it. And make sure you help us educate and empower the underserved. Itty bitties all across, right? Affluent kids are underserved as well. Why? Where's mommy? Taiwan. Where's daddy? Bangkok. Who raising you? Who brought you to practice? My nanny. Oh. And we all know that poor kids are underserved as well with lack of resources, et cetera, family dynamics, et cetera, craziness, right? So make sure you go to projecttransition.org. We give them exposure and experiences so they can see the pathways to success. All right, without further ado, I know I'm supposed to give somebody a shout out. I'll do it next one. I got to get this rap in there. Oh, it's about to go down. Come on, let's get some. Y'all want to go to war? Watch this flow. What we talking about? Social media, and we talking about Skip Bayless. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get it, All right, I see you. Fake flexing on the gram, they all capping. Talk about the life, they ain't happen. They steady acting. All talk, no action. Building a facade. What you said sounded kind of odd. You know what you see. You talking real, but you ain't no G. Run your mouth like you're playing in the league. Acting like you could shoot some threes. Run the ball like a RB. That ain't what I see. All I hear is a critique. Like you a goat. Sit in your seat. Building a facade. Sounding raw and odd. You can talk tough when your Wi-Fi strong. I bet it won't last long. Like this damn song. Ooh. You know what? You acting like a star, but the rent due. Who the hell you talking to, boy? You don't know who? I am. I'm the man. And yes, I can, and I did. I didn't hide. Nah, I never hid. You understand? This is what I said, boy. I'm running hot. I'm running red, boy. Next time I hear a NARP say he can, I'ma look at him and say, what's your plan? Not with those feet, not with those hands. You can't do it. You ain't the man. When we on the mic, we do it good, but we should be more gangster, like what you say? Boy, you can't play. You know where I am? Give me some round of applause. God dang. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, founder of Project Transition and proud gym member. I'm excited to share with you an opportunity that will support our kids on their mission to making their dreams a reality. At Project Transition, we believe that real change comes from consistent action and support. That's why we invite you to join our powerful gym membership program that is making a difference every single day. As a gym partner, by giving every month, you'll fuel our mission by providing monthly support that turns into real empowerment and education for underserved youth. Your commitment reduces school dropouts, nurtures communities, and funds impactful programs like the Rising Stars Academy that we share. Together, we can turn potential into prosperity. Join the group of community champions driving change. Your contributions will help aid success by providing essential educational resources, building critical life skills, and fostering community strength. There's no better feeling than knowing your support will ignite hope, foster dreams, and empower the next generation. Join us today and be a part of transformative change. Help our youth become greater than their greatest excuse. Become a gym partner. Thank you.